What's up, adventurous people out there? It's time for another chapter of Eden's Zero. Last time, our group met up with Holy of the Oratian Says Interstellar, who was looking to form an alliance to take down Ziggy and one of the Oratian Says Galactica who had joined up with him. However, Holy is obviously not all she seems, maybe a demon in disguise. But on another note, Rebecca has been confronted by her previous tormentor, Labilia, who says that she's dying. What's going on with Labilia? Why has she been losing subscribers? What's going to happen next? Let's find out. May I speak with you alone, Rebecca? Says Labilia, looking a little bit downcast. Happy says Rebecca. Rebecca says it's okay. Chapter 178, Rebecca and Labilia. Damn, Shiki! Man, save some for the rest of us, dude! That is desktop wallpaper. Okay, so they've gone off. Rebecca says, so what did you need to say to me? And what's this about you dying? Labilia says, when a beekeeper says that they're going to die, they mean they're going to retire, obviously. Motherfucker! No! You don't put it that way! God! Shame on me for taking that seriously. I knew Mashima wasn't gonna kill this character off, but still. Whatever. Getting caught up in my feelings. Like, Mashima, you used that as a cliffhanger, you bastard! Labilia says, surely you've noticed that my channel isn't as influential as it once was. Damn problems. Rebecca says, but it's not so bad that you have to retire, is it? Labilia says, yes, it is. To me, stagnation is as good as death. I mean, if you're not enjoying what you're doing... Like, were you only about the views? So I want to settle things before I die, with you. Rebecca says, settle things? There was never really anything for us to... I mean, I still have nowhere near the number of subscribers you do. Really? How would you retire? I guess go out while you're still at a high, huh? Lily says, but we have had our feud, haven't we? Rebecca says, maybe in the past, but... Labilia, I think you're the only one who really acknowledged that as a feud. Labilia says, oh please, like you're above all that just because you've gained a few more subscribers. Have you forgotten all the things I've done to you? See, it's odd that she's actually acknowledging that she's done wrong things in the past. I get the feeling it's like she was mostly doing it because she knew she'd get views, but she knew it was wrong. Maybe she's feeling bad about it. Yeah, the cavalcade of things that she's done. Rebecca says, well, you did give me a lot of grief. Labilia says, yes, now send that rage back at me. The camera is rolling. My dear Rebecca, she's taking a swing. Oh, snap. It's gonna be a fist fight. Get out here. The girls are fighting. Rebecca says, whoa, by settle things you mean a fist fight? Labilia says, a cat fight between bikini-clad babes? What could be more photogenic? So Labilia hasn't really changed at all. Rebecca actually has combat experience, especially with Cat Leaper. Rebecca says, where do you keep coming up with these things? Labilia says, never mind. Now, would you kindly fight back, please? I don't want this to turn into a bully video. You mean like most of your videos? Rebecca sighs. I've done a lot of training in martial arts and ether gear fighting over the last 3 years. An average girl isn't gonna stand a chance against me. Like, seriously. I feel like this might be a trap. Like, maybe she's trying to frame it so that it looks like Rebecca was the one who instigated this. Rebecca's thinking, but well, I guess I can play along with Labilia's idea for a little while. I'll throw a few fake punches to please the audience, then I'll lose. That's a smart idea. Labilia says, what is that? Do you call that a punch? Oh! Whoa! Okay, that looked like an actual fighting move. Did Labilia always know how to fight? Is this the one secret agent girl in disguise again? Jeez, did she break Rebecca's oh my god! Yeah, Rebecca was taken off guard. Labilia goes in for a hit to the chest and then a kick to the face. What? Could she always fight? Yeah, Rebecca's down. And she's like, what just happened? Labilia says, you see, I guess that's supposed to be, I never went public with this because it doesn't match my influencer persona, but I'm an expert in the dancing Sakura style of what? Of karate? Why is this only just now coming up? Wait, what about that one moment when Shiki had to rescue her? Was she actually more capable than we thought? Rebecca puts her hands up and like, for real? Okay, you got me. I surrender. And then Labilia gets her in a lock. Says, surely you must be dreaming, Miss Rebecca. This fight isn't over until one of us can no longer move. The fuck is going on? Like, Labilia wanted to turn this into friggin' teching. Rebecca says, come on, Labilia, I give up. You win, so just stop. And Labilia says, once I've beaten you, I'll find your friend Hoppy and do the same thing to him. Jeez. And next thing you know, Rebecca's just like, okay, enough of this. Pushes up with one hand. I'm just like, damn, Rebecca, them gains. You need to give it a rest, Labilia. If you lay a finger on Happy, I will make you pay. And Labelia's like, that's the spirit, my dear Rebecca. Rebecca gets Labilia with a punch. Labilia gets in a punch. They both go in for a headbutt. Jesus. Rebecca says, seriously, all you ever do is pick on me and my friends. Labilia almost looks like she's choking. Rebecca says, because it's so much fun, I just can't help myself. Rebecca says, you've made me a laughingstock for your entire career. Labilia, going in for a punch, says, a bottom-tier B-cuber should consider herself lucky to be singled out by such a big star. Rebecca says, by scum who can only score views by insulting people? And Rebecca says that she gets in a nice kick. Labilia recovers and says, I give the public what they want. Maybe you should stop faking nice. Oh, she thinks Rebecca's whole nice girl persona is an act. Dang. Rebecca says, have you ever considered people's feelings? You mock them for your own entertainment. Do you have any idea how humiliating, how painful, how sad it is to have those horrible experiences put to video and displayed for the whole world? Dang. Speaking to you out there in the audience, Rebecca manages to pin down Labilia and says, what did I ever do to you? Did Rebecca do something? It would have to have been without her even realizing. Labilia pinned to the ground, shaking. I'll tell you what you did. You started all this. And Labilia, crying, says, seeing your video is what made me want to be a B-cuber. What? Is this one of those bullshit situations where Labilia was actually, like, inspired by Rebecca, but she didn't know how to actually treat someone that she was actually inspired by? Oh, God, what a terribly awkward woman. Rebecca says, what? Labilia on the ground crying as I've always wanted to tell you that. Rebecca says, wait, Labilia. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, accept this, because it's just like, even if she does have a sob story, it's just like, you've been a really massive asshole, Labilia. It was obvious you were doing it to just get attention, but still. Alright, they've calmed down, are sitting by each other. Labilia says, I was sick when I was a little girl. I spent a lot of time lying in a hospital bed. One day, I happened to turn on a B-cube and see you in a video. Wait, how much younger is Rebecca than Labilia? Yeah, we see her in a hospital bed. I guess it's true. Honestly, there was really nothing to like about the video, and the number of views was in the single digit. It made me think, why is she even doing this? But, well, seeing this girl the same age as me, same age, okay, trying so hard it stole my heart. Aww. And I realized I wanted to be like her. That is how it starts, isn't it? You see somebody who's like you and you're just like, maybe I could do it too, and next thing you know, you're giving it a try. I was lucky. Even I was surprised at how successful I was as a B-cuber. I was trying to be like you, but suddenly I was miles ahead of you. Rebecca has this look and just like, gee, thanks. But, and this is where I started to be a bad person. All that time I had been expecting you to live up to my ideals. You're my inspiration, so why were you so bottom tier? Why couldn't you make good videos? How could you wear that silly smile when no one even liked you? Before long, those feelings of admiration and irritation came together in the worst way. I couldn't bring myself to open up to you, and before I knew it, this was us. Actually, you know what? That actually isn't a bad explanation. It's just like, I will admit I've been there sometimes. I felt admiration toward a person, and certain things about them just flew in the face of everything I thought about them, and what was once admiration turned to like frustration. Wasn't like it was out and out hate or anything, but it was just like, they just weren't what I was expecting. And that kind of got under my skin for some reason. I told you I wanted to talk, remember? I wanted to let you get it all out, let you hit me as much as I deserved, and then apologize. It was my own way of absolving myself, but of course, I don't really think I've earned your forgiveness. Rebecca says, wow, you really don't know how to open up. Labilia says, that's why we ended up like this. Rebecca says, I don't believe it. My video is what inspired you? Labilia says, you cat impersonation video. Rebecca's obviously embarrassed by that. Rebecca says, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry I couldn't live up to your expectation. Labilia says, oh no, you're fine. I wasn't being fair. Rebecca says, so you were sick as a kid, but you're okay now, right? Labilia says, it's incurable. I don't have much time left. Okay, so she is dying. Alright. It had to be something like that. Just like the plate off his all, it's just jargon. I'm like, bullshit it was. So Labilia is dying. Of course, Rebecca is shocked. Labilia says, but I'm glad I got to see you one last time, because now I have no more regret. Thank you, my dear Rebecca. I'm sorry for everything. Rebecca says, wait. You can see sister, she's my ship. She's on my ship, the best doctor there is. Labilia says, I appreciate the offer, but I made peace with it long ago. Rebecca says, you can't give up. Labilia says, I've seen all the best doctors in the cosmos. None of them could find a cure. Rebecca says, that doesn't matter. Sister might be able to heal you. Labilia says, I don't want to get my hopes up any. Rebecca says, but I do. See, Labilia is starting to kind of break down a little bit. Rebecca goes chasing after her. Please let me take you to sister. Rebecca says, while hugging Labilia, we've only just taken the first step. I want to walk together as friends. Labilia says, friend, crying. Could it really be that simple? I wonder. Meanwhile, on the Eden Zero, Shiki's gotten in contact with Holy. Says, this is Shiki on the Demon King battleship Eden Zero. Holy says, and this is Holy on the Interstellar Union Army's battleship Midnight. So, have you made up your mind about my offer? Shiki says, yeah, we've decided we will join you, but on one condition. Until our battle on Lendard is over, you will stay aboard the Eden Zero. That's an interesting proposal. Okay, they can at least keep an eye on her like that. And they have kind of like a guarantee that the army won't come after them with Holy on board. Holy thinks to herself, they want me under watch. Shiki says, if you can't do that, the deal's off. We'll beat Ziggy, but we won't have anything to do with Crow. Holy says, I accept your terms. I look forward to working with you. Great Demon King. Okay. I will admit, I did momentarily really think that Mashima had played me in regards to things, but, in terms of Labilia's illness and whatever, I'm just like, was it just a cliffhanger? But as the chapter was going on, I'm thinking, no, she's probably sick and trying to make amends with Rebecca. And it turning out that way is just like, okay, I get where you're going with this. Now, the thing I do have to wonder is, what will actually happen to Labilia? Will she succumb to her illness? Will she be recovered but die doing something else? Like, I could easily see her dying to protect Rebecca at some point. If that seems to be the direction Mashima has been going with this series, very bittersweet moment. Very reminiscent of back when he was writing Rave Master, honestly. And when it comes to Holy, her being aboard the Eden Zero, it does make me wonder if she'll kind of grow an attachment to the crew and end up helping them out genuinely instead of essentially just trying to use them for the most part. And it really does leave me wondering. It's just like what happens there? Are they going to keep Labilia on the Eden Zero right up into the battle with Ziggy? There's so much that could go on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Labilia will actually be cured, or do you think it's too late for her? Or do you think she'll be cured but die in another way? And what about Holy? Will she end up genuinely becoming an ally and friend of the Eden Zero over time? Or will she ultimately lead to their downfall going forward? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, like and subscribe, or don't. I ain't your daddy, but I still love you like one. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. And I hope we never end up fighting like Rebecca and Labilia. Let's talk it out over some good manga, some great anime, and the series that we love oh so much. Until next time, bye-bye.